Test 1, 2. Check, check, check. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. One, two, three. Can you hear me, John? One, two, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Gotta be kidding me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
KACA.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and
We all have had a time in our lives where having insurance has been of great comfort and has helped to not make a bad situation worse. That is what we at Naylor Insurance take pride in, being that friend there to help you when you need it most. At Naylor Insurance, we will work hand in hand to find an affordable insurance plan that works for you. We are proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your commercial insurance needs, including a wide variety of options through Liberty Mutual Insurance. Call us at 852-0810. Naylor Insurance, 153 North State in Preston.
We had no winner on Tuesday morning in the KCH Money Magnet Contest, sponsored by FCMC and Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. So Wednesday morning, following the 7:30 news, we'll roll out
KACA.
Come on, John. Setting the pregame open now. This is your countdown for the Preston Indians pregame show. Pregame in 30 seconds from Mark. As we'll have a good game today, hopefully. And pregame show will start in 15 seconds from Mark. Pregame in 10 seconds from Mark. Have a good game. Pregame show in 5 seconds from Mark. This is the Preston Indians pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coach and look at the pregame stats all leading up to tonight's action. You're listening to live coverage of the Preston Indians on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. And a very pleasant afternoon, everybody, as we welcome you here to Tony Hansen Field. This afternoon, the Preston Lady Indians will take the field, although windy field it will be, as they'll face the Shelley Russets in a doubleheader. We'll have game one for you coming up in just a little bit here this afternoon, as we've had some issues, shall we say, getting this game going here this afternoon. Shelley a little late getting here, talking to their coach as I was down getting the lineup, and they were held up by an accident out on the highway just a couple of miles outside of town here coming into Preston this afternoon. So that kind of held them up a little bit. And we don't have any umpires as of yet, although I do see them walking in, I believe, from the out in the parking area. So looks like at least one set of the umpires are here for one game, and then of course the JV game going on next to us here as well. So the Indians coming off a loss last Saturday, a game that they lost 11-10 to Skyline. They had the tying run at third base and with two outs in the bottom of the seventh inning. Could not get the run in and ended up losing by the one run. And for Shelley, they are 0-4 this year. They're also coming off a loss on Saturday. Again, they lost by a score of 10-2 to Wood River. So they are 0-4, and Preston still at 1-5 so far on the year. And what I thought were the umpires are not umpires. So we're still going to be waiting for the umpires here a little bit. Pitchers are starting to warm up, so they are expecting to get something going here before too long. Otherwise, the pitchers would not be throwing as of yet. Weather condition, of course, will be the big story on the day. The wind blowing has been all day here around the Preston area. The wind is blowing from home plate straight out to left field right now, and the Old Glory is standing straight out. Now, I was told when I was younger that it took a 20-mile-an-hour wind to blow the flag straight out, to where there was no folds, no droops in it, straight out, rippling in the wind. And that's pretty much what it's doing. So if judging by that, if it's accurate or not, well, we have about a 20-mile-an-hour wind blowing out toward left field. I jokingly asked Larry Morrison, the coach of the Indians, did you tell all the girls just try to hit the ball in the air today? And he told me, he told them just to put the ball in play and see what happens. So He's maybe trying to get the wind as another member on his team here this afternoon as well. Speaking of members of the Indians, they're going to be without one of their best players, third baseman Rory Hansen, and of course she is a big bat in the lineup. She's going to be out for a couple of weeks as she's having to have her tonsils taken out. So, Rory, if you're listening, we welcome you to the broadcast and wish you a speedy recovery, and we'll see you when you get back. But the Indians will be without Rory Hansen here for the next several games. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back, have some more pregame news and notes for you. We'll do all that as we continue right after this timeout.
KACA.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric in Preston, Idaho. It's what we do.
The difference between great taste and tastes great. Here's an example. When you shop at Stokes Market and True Value in Preston, it shows that you have great taste. The items that you get at Stokes Market taste great. Whether it's from their fresh produce department, the meat department, the deli, or the dairy, you'll find it tastes great when you show your great taste. As you shop, enjoy, save at Stokes Market in Preston.
KACH.
Well, welcome back here to Tony Hansen Field. It's the Indians and the Shelley Russets coming up here in just a little bit. Still waiting to see for the arrival of any umpires. I'm not sure if the umpires maybe thought this was a 4 o'clock start or whatever. It was scheduled as a doubleheader, but they have not arrived as of yet. So both teams still kind of just working out on the field. Pitchers just throwing easily on the side and still going through all of their pregame activities here. Neither team has really taken infield as of yet, and just kind of in a on-hold waiting situation here to see if or when the umpires will show up for the game here this afternoon. Again, the wind, the big story here. Look off toward the mountains, out off the left field side. We can see some rain out over the mountains, so certainly there is some weather in the area. They were expecting rain earlier today, but didn't get any, not at least in town. Just the wind, the way it has been going. In talking with the Shelley coaching staff when they got here, I should say, said they were kind of surprised that they were going to play, being as cold as it was. And I said, well, the cold, it's not nearly as cold as it might have been this morning, but the big story is the wind. As the wind was this morning around the area was certainly gusting about 20 to 25 to 30. The National Weather Service said we're having gusts as high as 40 miles an hour earlier in the day, but certainly it has settled down. But the wind still steadily blowing out toward left field, and at about a 20 to 25 mile an hour rate, I would guess, here this afternoon, as we're still waiting for the umpires to show up to get ready for this afternoon's game. It is a doubleheader here this afternoon, and it'll be J.C. Larson that's getting the start today for the Preston Indians, as she's on the mound against Hallie Bellowin, I believe is how you pronounce it, who will get the start today for the Preston, should say for the Shelley Russets in Game 1 of this scheduled doubleheader. So we'll take another timeout. We'll come back. We'll have a look at the starting lineups for this afternoon's games, and we'll do that as we continue right after this.
KACA.
At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we've been in business since 1948. And while many of the faces may have changed, there's one thing that still stays the same: our personalized customer service. Our customers will always come first, whatever your needs. At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we have many different insurance options and can find the right option for you and your needs. Call us today to find out more. 208-852-2500. 208-852-2500. Or drop by the office, 85 South State Street.
Webb Funeral Home, established in Preston in 1925, has served the needs of Franklin County families and their neighbors for several generations. Now in their modern new full-service facilities just off Highway 91 south of Preston, Webb Funeral Home continues to offer caring and professional services to all residents of the area in their time of need. Funeral directors Douglas Webb, Ron Smaley, and Jordan Webb, along with aftercare specialist Jody Rasmussen, thank you for your trust in them and welcome your questions and concerns anytime. A message from your friends at Webb.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Well, once again, welcome back here to Tony Hansen Field as activity is still going on in the field. And still, we have not seen any umpires as of yet. So we go through the starting lineups for the game here this afternoon. And again, we'll kind of hang out and see if the umpires show up here before too long. What we may do here in the next few minutes, if we don't get any sight of any umpires, we may just go back to the studio where John Beverly is standing by, and he'll have music for us again here for a while until the umpires do show up or they have some determination on what we're going to do with the game. So, first, the starting lineups for this afternoon's game for the Shelley Russets. They are 0-4 so far on the year, as they will lead off with their catcher, Autumn Carter. Maddie Shirtliff is the right fielder. She'll bat in the second spot. Cadence Covington will bat third, and she will play second base. Kaylee Orme is the first baseman. She'll hit fourth. Sydney Kidman is the shortstop. She will bat in the number 5 spot. Allie Thatcher is the left fielder. She'll hit sixth. Allie Bohaven, the pitcher, will hit seventh. Clara Messick is the center fielder. She'll hit in the 8th spot. And Jayden Anderson will hit 9th and play at third base. Carter, Shirtliff, Covington, Orman, Kidman, Thatcher, Bellevin, Messick, and Anderson. For the Preston Lady Indians here this afternoon, it'll be J.C. Larson to lead off. She'll be the starting pitcher here in game 1 of the doubleheader. Jadley Roberts will hit in the number 2 spot and play in right field. Carly Madsen's the shortstop. She'll hit third. Regan Hansen steps in to fill her sister's shoes while she's on the shelf for the next couple of weeks, and she will hit fourth and play at third base. Kendall Keller is the first baseman. She'll hit fifth. Caitlin Archibald will be in left field, and she will hit sixth. Addie Carter will hit seventh and play at second base for the Lady Indians. Sydney Coverley will do the catching and bat eighth, and Kylie Chatterton is the center fielder, and she will hit in the number 9 spot. Larson, Roberts, Madsen, Hansen, Keller, Archibald, Carter, Cleverly, and Chatterton for the Lady Indians. So, as we gaze out toward the parking lot, still no sign of any umpires, so we'll take another timeout. We'll come back and have more for you here from Tony Hansen Field as we try to get the game started here this afternoon as we continue right after this.
KACH.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and
We all have had a time in our lives where having insurance has been of great comfort and has helped to not make a bad situation worse. That is what we at Naylor Insurance take pride in, being that friend there to help you when you need it most. At Naylor Insurance, we will work hand in hand to find an affordable insurance plan that works for you. We are proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your commercial insurance needs, including a wide variety of options through Liberty Mutual Insurance. Call us at 852-0810. Naylor Insurance, 153 North State in Preston.
We had no winner on Tuesday morning in the KCH Money Magnet Contest, sponsored by FCMC and Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. So Wednesday morning, following the 7:30 news, we'll roll out another 4-digit lucky number and see if we can find a winner when the jackpot goes up to $285. It's the Money Magnet Contest on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
A proud member of the Co-op. We save you money on advertising and enable you to reach more customers. We are KACH, Preston, Clarkston.
Let's go. Batter up. We're taking the afternoon off. It's a beautiful day for a ball game. For a ball game today. The fans are out to get a ticket or two. From Walla Walla, Washington to Kalamazoo. It's a beautiful day for a home run. But even a triple's okay. We're gonna cheer and boo and raise a hullabaloo at the ball game today.
Today's game is brought to you by West Motors, your only stop for new and used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market True Value, with the freshest meats and produce, and now preparing and selling sushi. Franklin County Medical Center, for the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Preston Dental Care, when you have an occasion when you need a professional to take care of your teeth, call Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care. Rounds & Associates Insurance Agency, an independent agency with many options for all of your insurance needs. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest. We have all the parts that you need to keep your car running strong. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building new homes in the Blue Sage Park region of Preston. Naylor Insurance, for home, health, life, and auto from Liberty Mutual. Motor Jungle, looking for a used car? Stop by and see what Motor Jungle has to offer. This game is made possible through an agreement between Preston High School and Cook Brothers Broadcasting and is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast of this game, in whole or in part without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting, is strictly prohibited. And once again, a very good afternoon from Tony Hansen Field here in Preston as the Preston Lady Indians get ready to take on the Shelley Russets in Game 1 of a doubleheader here this afternoon. Dan Hubbard here from you, with you from the field, and John Beverly back in the studio keeping us online here this afternoon, as we certainly appreciate everything that he does as the Indians get ready to take on the Russets here this afternoon. Umpires were walking in from out in the parking lot, and don't see them now. I hope they didn't walk over to the JV game, but I don't see any umpires out here on the varsity field at the moment. So hopefully everything will go okay and we can get the game started coming up here in the next few minutes. Like I said, pitchers are getting loose, as still trying to make sure we got everything in place here where we need to be, as the Indians once again look to break a losing streak that is now extended out to 5 games with their loss here on Saturday. That game was a very difficult game for the Indians, as they had the tying run at third base and 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning, and not able to get the winning run home, as they ended up losing to Skyline on Saturday afternoon by a score of 11-10 here at Tony Hansen Field, as their losing streak unfortunately has now been extended to 5 games. So the Indians and the Shelley Russets in Game 1 of the doubleheader coming up here in just a few minutes. As I look down here toward on the diamond, I think the umpires that showed up walked over to the JV game, so I think we're still waiting for varsity umpires to show up here at the field. as they're not having any kind of meeting at home plate as of yet. As you can see, for those watching on mylocalradio.com, here they come. Now they're walking out toward the field, so they'll get the meeting going, and we can get things going here this afternoon for this game between the Indians and the Russets here, as Preston 1-5 tries to get back on the winning side of the ledger here this afternoon. So for the Indians, they're just kind of hanging around the dugout here, relaxing, taking it easy, and just as we all are here as well. So I'll tell you what, let's take another timeout. We'll come back and see if we're ready, get the meeting underway at home plate, and be ready for the beginning of this afternoon's game. We'll do that as we continue right after this.
KACH.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric in Preston, Idaho. It's what we do.
The difference between great taste and tastes great. Here's an example. When you shop at Stokes Market and True Value in Preston, it shows that you have great taste. The items that you get at Stokes Market taste great. Whether it's from their fresh produce department, the meat department, the deli, or the dairy, you'll find it tastes great when you show your great taste. As you shop, enjoy, save at Stokes Market in Preston.
KACH.
Well, as you can see, the players are huddling around up at home plate, getting the final instructions from the umpires as the umpire meeting going on here at home plate. But it's still cool. The wind's still blowing directly out toward left field as well. In fact, our game time temperature will be 40 degrees. And that wind blowing directly out toward left field. But 40 degrees is about as warm as it's been pretty much all day today. So, the wind is blowing. But just some scattered clouds, a little more thick over the top of the mountains. We'll see maybe some rain falling off in the distance. But it's not going to affect us, not here at least, as we should be able to get the games in underway. As game one is now about 30 minutes late. Guessing the umpires might have thought this is a 4 o'clock game and they showed up or what they thought was going to be early, but we are running about 30 minutes late nonetheless, as the meeting at home plate now breaks up and everyone goes back to their respective dugouts, and we're just about ready to play some softball here this afternoon from Tony Hansen Field. As the Indians starting to come out of the dugout on the third base side and get together, and they'll go out and take their positions out on the field, and we'll get the first inning started here this afternoon. Preston Indian softball here today is brought to you by Preston Dental Care. When you have those times and you need a professional to take care of your teeth, that's when you need to see Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care. So give him a call today at 852-3700 or stop by the office at 135 South State. While they do that, we can also remind you that today was day 2 of the Easter egg hunt here on KACH, as the clues are being handed out each morning, and there's 5 places around town where you can go to collect the different clues, as you can try to find the Easter egg, which this year has a prize package valued of about $500. So you're going to want to collect the clues. First one came out yesterday, next one today, and there'll be another one tomorrow morning as well. And you can go to 5 different places around town to collect those clues. Tattles Bar and Grill, Stokes Market, True Value at the customer courtesy counter. You can go to both locations of West Motor Company, West Motors Dodge and West Motors Ford, and I Laser It. You can also go to as well. So get the clues, get ready to try to find the Easter egg. Hopefully somebody will find it and be able to claim that prize of about $500 in this year's Easter egg. Last year it was found like after 2 days, and so certainly hoping that it will go longer than that. No one's found it yet that I know of, so hopefully that we can find a winner here. As we are just about ready to play some softball here, as J.C. Larson has completed her warm-up tosses, and the leadoff hitter Autumn Carter walks to home plate, and we are finally ready to play some softball here on this Tuesday afternoon. So Larson steps into the circle and winds and comes home, and the first pitch is over for a strike, and it's 0-1. Time of the game, or start of the game, at 3:33. That's about 33 minutes behind schedule. Larson's 0-1 pitch. That is down low, 1 ball and 1 strike. So the 1-1 count, Autumn Carter at the plate. Larson's next pitch home, ground hit foul into the backstop screen, and it's now 1-2. So a ball and 2 strikes on the leadoff hitter, Carter. As Larson ready again, and she'll wind and come home. The next pitch is grounded foul over by the first base dugout. And it stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Larson with a new ball, gets back into the circle. Little dip of the knees, now comes home. The next pitch swung on and missed, gets away from the catcher cleverly, has to record the out at first base, which she does. And it's a strikeout, 2-3 on the putout for the first out of the game. So with 1 out, that'll bring up Maddie Sheffield, the right fielder. Sheffield, who's played in half the games. She's appeared in 2 of the 4 games played so far. Hits the first pitch foul, and it's 0-1. Over her 2 games that she has appeared in, she is yet to have a hit. She's 0 for 1 officially as she stands at home plate. Next pitch, little breaking ball. That's over for a strike, and it's 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes on Maddie Sheffield, the right fielder here this afternoon for the Shelley Russets in Game 1 of the doubleheader. Look out, next pitch spins her out of there. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Larson ready again, comes home, next pitch off speed, swung on and missed. So a pair of strikeouts for Larson to open up the top of the first inning. And with 2 out and nobody on, that'll bring up Candace Covington, the second baseman. She chops one right down off the plate, down to get it quickly as Larson to throw to first, not in time. That hit right down off the plate and then rolled about 5 feet out in front of home plate. It was just far enough to where Cleverly couldn't get to it. And by the time Larson did, she couldn't get the ball over in time to first base. So it's an infield hit for Covington. And with 2 outs and a runner at first base, here is Kylie Orme, the first baseman. First pitch swung on and missed. Left feint run over at first base by Covington as it had the Preston infield moving, but everyone pretty much stays in their spots. And the 0-1 pitch is inside. Snap throw back to first, not in time, as Keller not able to hang on to the throw. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Glad to have you with us here on this Tuesday. Boy, we had questioned all day if we're going to play or not. Next pitch, that is over for a strike again. Another throw to first base, again not in time. So the count goes to 1-2 on Orme at first base, at the plate, the first baseman for the Russets. Here comes the 1-2 offering. Ground ball wide of third into left field for a hit. Runners will stop at the second base, so Orme with a single. Runners at first and second and 2 outs. Back-to-back singles for Shelley. And now the shortstop, Sidney Kidman, will come up. With 2 outs and 2 runners aboard. And the first pitch to Kidman will drop, and that's over for a strike, and it's 0-1. Preston outfield straight away. Chatterton, the center fielder, playing pretty deep. As is the left fielder, Archibald, just with the wind blowing out the way it is. As the runner goes to third, and she'll make that easily. So Covington steals third. Runners at the corners now in 2 outs, and a no ball, 2 strike count on Kidman. Larson rocks. Next pitch, again rolled foul up along the third base line. Everybody will go back to their spots, and we'll do it all again here. Just the top of the first inning. Larson allowed back-to-back hits, trying to wiggle off the hook here and get out of the top of the first inning. Next pitch misses inside. There goes the runner for third. Or I should say, there goes the runner to second. That's Kylie Orman, the trailing runner on the base paths. And with second base open, she steals that easily. So now with the runners at second and third, it's a 1 ball, 2 strike count. As the next pitch is on the inside corner for a called third strike. The pitch was dropped at home plate. They have to record the out at Kidman at first base, which they do, and able to get out of the inning is Larson for the Preston Indians. No runs, 2 hits, 2 runners left on, and there were no Indian errors here in the first inning as well. So we're done with a half inning. We'll go to the bottom of the first. It's the Russets nothing, and the Preston Indians coming to bat.
KACH.
We all have those times when we need to see someone due to oral pain or discomfort. That is when you need to see Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care. When it comes to the health of your teeth, we should always strive for perfection and settle for excellence. Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care is the comfortable and professional general dentist that we all need from time to time. Contact Preston Dental Care today and make an appointment. Call 852-3700. That's 852-3700. Take the first step to healthier teeth and gums. Call Preston Dental Care, 208-852-3700.
If you feel like your bank works against you, we invite you to move your accounts to Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. We work for you, not against you. Serving Southeast Idaho for over 65 years, we offer totally free checking with cash back rewards, 0 fees, credit cards, low auto loan rates, and excellent customer service. Visit today, 311 South Highway 91, Preston. Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Here, the advantage is yours. Equal housing lender, member NCUA.
Hey, ranchers and growers, remember you can start your day with the latest information and market trends. It's the Morning Farm Block. Weekday mornings at 6 on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Well, J.C. Larson strikes out 3 in the top of the first inning, does not allow a run. Now we'll go to the bottom of the first, and the Preston Lady Indians will come up to get their first swings here in the game, as Larson will lead off here in the top of the first inning. She'll be followed by Jaylee Roberts, and then Carly Madsen due up for Preston, as the pitcher for the Lady Russets still going through her warm-up tosses. As they throw the ball through, and we're ready to play here in the bottom of the first. So Haley Baninen, The starting pitcher here this afternoon for the Lady Russets, the right-hander. And we'll face Larson, Roberts, and Manson here to lead off in the first inning. So JC did a good job getting off the hook after back-to-back hits in the top of the first by striking out 3, leaving the 2 runners on base. And she's up there to lead off. It takes the first pitch up high, ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes. Just a reminder, video streaming tonight, this afternoon's game on mylocalradio.com is next pitch to Larson, a little half swing, didn't mean to, but hit it foul at home plate, and it's 1-1. Here's the 1-1 offering. Look out, inside and hitter. And then as cold as it is, that's got to hurt. As she reaches back to hold her left elbow and makes it even worse. Not only that it's cold, but a kind of sensation where your arm goes dead. Kind of almost like hitting the funny bone when you were a kid. As Larson walks to first base, and she's still kind of halfway hunched over trying to get feeling back into her arm. And she reaches over, now rubbing her left elbow a little, as that'll bring up Jayden Roberts. Roberts, who last Saturday in the single game here against Hillcrest had a couple of hits, a double, drove in 2 runs in that game, and the first pitch misses outside, goes to the backstop, and there goes Larson for second base, and she'll make it there safely on the wild pitch. So just like that, Preston has a runner in scoring position. Next pitch home to Roberts. Thinks about it. Nope, she went around too far. And it's going to cost her a strike for the privilege, and it's 1-1. So 1-1 on Jayden. Next pitch home is swung on and missed. Gets away from the catcher, and down to third base goes Larson. So Preston with the go-ahead run here in the bottom of the first inning, standing at third base with nobody out. And a 1-2 count on Jayden Roberts. Next pitch stays high, and it's 2-2. Outfield pretty much straight away against her. Thatcher, the left fielder, playing deep with the wind at her back. Ground ball to third. That's knocked down by the third baseman. Anderson throws to first in time for the out over there as they get Roberts. Heck of a play by the third baseman. So Roberts out 5-3, and that'll bring up Carly Manson. Manson, who was 1 for 3 on Saturday, struggled a little bit at the plate. She struck out 3 times and hit the first pitch foul back into the screen. The 1 ball she was finally able to put into play went as a single and was in the late innings and was a big hit for the Indians as it picked up a couple of runs for Preston and got Manson a pair of RBIs as the next pitch misses up high, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Larson stands at third for the Indians. 1 out here, bottom of the first. Next pitch swung on and missed. Regan Hansen would be next. Tried to pick up the runner if Manson can't get it in. As that pitch is low again. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2. Line just out the reach of the second baseman into left field, or right field rather. That'll be a base hit and pick up the RBI, and Preston takes a 1-0 lead. So Manson picks up her 3rd RBI in 2 games. As she singles into right field. Now here is Regan Hansen. Shows bunt, pulls the bat back, Manson running on the play will steal second base without a throw. One ball, no strikes. Here's the next pitch to Hansen. That's going to be hit foul off the first base side, and it's 1-1. You know, the players on the field that I would not want to be today, have the inevitable duty playing in this wind is the left fielder and even the center fielder to some point as well for both teams. Thatcher, the left fielder for Shelley, not playing nearly as deep as the Preston left fielders did in the top of the first inning as the pitch is high. Ball 2 balls and a strike. Archibald for the Indians, Kentley Archibald, was playing much deeper than the Shelley left fielder did. It is currently here in the first inning as well, as the next pitch is swung on and missed. And it's now 2-2 on Regan Hansen. You didn't catch the pregame show. Regan playing third base today because her older sister's not in the lineup. And she hits one in the air to left field and is going to be dropped by the shortstop trying to come over to make the play. So everyone's going to be safe. That's a long way to run, so we'll give that a hit. Hansen picks up the second hit of the inning for the Indians, who already have a 1-0 lead. So here's Kendall Keller, the first baseman here this afternoon. Runners at first and second, still only one out. Keller grounds the ball into left field. That'll be a hit. As here comes Madsen around third, she will score, and it's 2-0 Preston on an RBI single by Keller. So Madsen, who singled in a run, comes around to score to make it 2-0. Preston now with 3 hits in the first inning. And now here is Kentley Archibald hitting from the left side. First pitch to Archibald, slaps it up the middle. That's going to be into center field. Here comes Hansen in to score, as she will score without a play. Preston ended up having 2 runners at second base. They throw back in behind Archibald, trying to get back in at first, and she does. And then when the throw goes back to first base, the runner Keller heads for third. So RBI single makes it 3-0 here in the top of the check that in the bottom of the first. That's 4 straight singles for the Indians. And now here's Addie Carter, who shows bunt, and taking off for second base and making it there without a play is Archibald. Next pitch bounces up there this time. As nobody else advances. Nice block by the catcher Carter. She blocks it out in front of home plate. So Carter back in the box, and the next pitch home. Swung on and missed. So Carter kind of chased one up in her eyes a little bit. She couldn't catch up with it. As she settles back into the box again, and the next pitch home is down and in. 2 balls and a strike. So 2-1, the count on Addie Carter. Carter also had 1 hit in the game here on Saturday. She was 1 for 4. Of course, her 1 hit was good enough to a double to drive in a run. As that'll be a foul ball that's off her foot out in front of home plate. Foul ball, so it's now 2-2. Preston with 3 runs home here in the first inning. 4 singles and a hit batter. As that ball's grounded to third, they're going to come home, and they're able to get Keller coming home. That's the second out of the inning. So Keller's out, 5-2 for the second out. Archibald moves up to third, and Carter safe at first base on the fielder's choice. So with 2 outs, here comes Sidney Cleverly. Cleverly, the catcher this afternoon for the Indians. As that pitch is high and taking off for second base is Carter. She'll make it there without a throw. So again, runners at second and third for the Indians now with 2 outs here in the first inning. And the next pitch home is up high. 2 balls and no strikes on the 8th batter here in the inning, Cleverly. Next pitch home again is high, ball 3. Kylie Chatterton waits on deck. See if she gets a chance with runners on base here in the first inning or not. And the 3-0 pitch is high again, ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk extends the inning and loads the bases for the Indians. So Archibald's at third, Carter at second, and now Cleverly over at first. And now here is Kylie Chatterton. Chatterton was listed as the flex player on Saturday, but did not have an official at bat, and takes the first pitch up high, ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes. Next pitch, little roller cut off, but up gets it to the shortstop. Throw across, and it bounces and rolls away from her and rolls over toward the dugout. And it's going to say it rolled into the dugout. So 2 runs home here for the Indians to make it 5-0. So Chatterton will reach on an error, throwing error by the shortstop. In fact, it'll be a double error against the shortstop because when the ball got away at first base and rolled into the dugout, that allowed the other runner to come in. So 5-0 Preston. Now back to the top of the order in Kylie Larson, or J.C. Larson, I should say. The 10th batter to hit here in the inning for the Indians. She was hit by a pitcher first time up, hits a 2-hopper at the second baseman. Covington able to knock it down, control it, and flip it over to first in time for the out. So Preston sends 10 men to the plate here in the first inning. 5 of them come home to score on a total of 4 hits, 2 errors, and they leave a couple of runners on base as well. We're done with an inning. We'll go to the second after 1. It's the Lady Indians 5 and the Lady Russets nothing.
KACH.
At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we've been in business since 1948. And while many of the faces may have changed, there's one thing that still stays the same: our personalized customer service. Our customers will always come first, whatever your needs. At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we have many different insurance options and can find the right option for you and your needs. Call us today to find out more. 208-852-2500. 208-852-2500, or drop by the office, 85 South State Street in Preston.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
KACH.
5-0 Preston as we go to the top of the second. Allie Thatcher, Haley Behaven, and then Clara Messick do up here for the Russets. As J.C. Larson, who struck out 3 in her first inning of work, first pitch is hit right back to her, knocks it down, rolls it, and then can't get it back over to first base in time. So an infield hit for Thatcher on the comebacker. That's the 3rd hit so far in the game here for the Russets. And now here's the pitcher. Hallie Bahanan as the first pitch swung on and missed. Nice stop there by Cleverly, keep it in front of her. And also it keeps the runner at first base, Thatcher, from running. The 0-1 in the dirt. And again, Thatcher with a bluff over at first base, but not going anywhere. Ball and a strike. And the next pitch misses inside. They throw down to first base, and as they do that, Thatcher just kind of baiting the hook to get him to throw behind her, and as she does, she takes off for second base. So runner at second with nobody out, and a 2-1 count here on Bahavan as that pitch is high, ball 3, and it's 3-1 for Larson against her opposite number. The 3-1 pitch. Again, hit right back at her. Now they got the runner at third base as Larson goes to third in time for the out. So Thatcher's out 1-5. First out of the inning. Behaving over at first base on the fielder's choice. And now here is Clara Messick, the center fielder. First pitch bouncing it up to the plate. Nice block again at home plate by Cleverly. And it's 1 ball with no strikes. Today's game brought to you by Stokes Market True Value. As the next pitch hit in the air off the first base side. Keller trying to chase it down, but can't get there. And it'll be 1 ball and 1 strike. Stokes Market with produce to hand tools, fresh meat to smokers, and fresh bakery items now, along with deli items, and now making and selling sushi daily. Stokes Market True Value, 217 South State Street in Preston. As the next pitch misses down and in, and it's 2-1. Now the 2-1 offering on the way is lined to center. That'll be a base hit. Knocked down out there by Chatterton. Gets it back in, but if she can't field it cleanly, there goes Messick for third. Or I should say Behaven for third, and now Messick moves up on the play as well. So she ends up standing at second base. So runners at second and third, still only 1 out in the inning. Second hit of the inning for the Russets. And now here is Jayden Anderson, the number 9 hitter, and takes the first pitch over for a strike, and it's 0-1. Anderson playing at third base today. And trying to pick up a couple of runs and get her team back into the game. A little pop-up in the infield. It's Keller coming down the line to make the catch. So Anderson pops up to the first baseman, Keller, for the second out. And we go back to the top of the order, and Autumn Carter, the catcher, who was a strikeout victim her first time up. Will come to the plate here with 2 outs and 2 on. First pitch misses down low, ball 1. Wind continues to blow, but it's not as strong as it was, say, 20 minutes ago at the start of the game. As that pitch is over for a strike, and it's 1-1. Larson dips at the knees. Here comes the 1-1. Hit off the end of the bat out toward the second baseman. Carter will flip it over to first in time, and the inning is over. So for the second inning in a row, Shelley threatens but can't get a run home as they leave 2 more runners on base. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and Shelley has now left a total of 4 runners through through an inning and a half here this afternoon. We'll go to the bottom of the second. It's still Preston 5, Shelley nothing.
KACA.
Having your prescriptions refilled has never been easier. You can refill 24/7, set reminders, save medications, and access your account from the new My Community Pharmacy mobile app offered by Preston Drug. It's simple to use and it's simple to get. Log on to prestondrug.com and enter your mobile number. We'll send you the app. It's as simple as that. There are some things in life that have been made easier through technology. This is one of them. The app offered by Preston Drug is a quick and easy way to refill medications and promote a healthy lifestyle. Visit prestondrug.com.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
5-0 Indians as we go along here to the bottom of inning number 2. And Preston, who sent 10 men to the plate in the first inning, will start with Roberts, Madsen, and Hansen due up here at the bottom of the second. 5 runs on 4 hits. For Preston in the first inning. And left a couple of men on base. Now here's Jayden Roberts, who grounded out her first time up. Rustling you here, ground ball to wide of third. Kidman dives to knock it down, gets up but throws not in time. So an infield hit for Roberts. Heck of a play by Kidman, the shortstop, to try to keep it from going into left field. And now here is Carly Manson, who singled home a run and then eventually scored herself back in the first. There's that banner, is a team picture of the Lady Indians that sits on the front of the press box structure here, just right below our crowd mic, and as it rustles in the wind, that's the slapping sound that you hear as it beating up against the building. As the next pitch to Madsen is hit foul, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. Folks still making their way in from the parking lot, so the cold weather and the wind not deterring some people from still coming into the game. Next pitch to Madsen, misses outside. Snap throw back to first. They throw in behind Roberts, not in time. And it stays at goes rather to 1-2. Next pitch hit right back up the middle into center field. It's a hit. Roberts with the play right in front of her will stop at second base. And Preston has runners at first and second. That's the second hit of the game for Manson. So here's Regan Hansen, who'll now come up. Regan also singled and scored a run in the first inning here this afternoon. As the first pitch to her is in the dirt, bounces away from the catcher Carter, and both runners will move up one station for the Indians. As Roberts will go to third, Madsen goes to second on what will be a wild pitch. Hansen, next pitch to her, misses inside, and it's 2-0. So there's a couple of more runners out there on the base paths that Hansen can pick up here with a hit. That pitch bouncing up there, knocked down by the catcher Carter, and it's now 3-0. Nobody out here in the second inning. Kendall Keller would be next, or will be next, I should say. The 3-0 pitch. Inside, gets away, no advancement by the runners. as Hanson goes down to first base, and that loads the bases with nobody out. First walk allowed by the Shelley pitcher. Remember, she did hit a batter earlier to open up the bottom of the first inning. So we get a little meeting at the mound, and while they do, gives us a chance to remind you as well that today's game is brought to you by Rounds & Associates Insurance Agency, offering many options for all of your insurance coverage needs. Stop in and see them at 85 South State Street here in Preston, as you can come in and get a free competitive quote to see how you could stack up against other insurance companies. Or call them at 852-2500. That's 852-2500. Kendall Keller at the plate. Nobody out, bases loaded. Preston already leading 5-0. And the first pitch to Keller is up high, ball one. 1 ball and no strikes. Been in ready again. That ball's grounded to the shortstop. It goes off her glove and out behind her. So she's going to have to chase that down. That means all the Indian runners are going to move up one station, as coming home to score is Roberts to make it 6-0. So Keller safe at first. Now here is Kentley Archibald, who singled home a run her first time up as well. And takes that pitch outside, ball one, 1-0. Madsen's at third, Hanson at second, Keller over at first. 6-0 Preston, nobody out, bottom of the second. And the next pitch home, again, misses outside. That game that Shelley lost last Saturday, the game against Wood River on Saturday, they lost by a score of 10-2. Next pitch swung on and missed. As Archibald tried to steer one toward right field and came up empty. Ready again. Next pitch misses outside again. It's ball three. It's 3-1. Now Behanen as a pitch away from walking in a run here. The 3-1 offering is going to be high, ball four. That's exactly what she did. So Archibald gets her second RBI of the game as she picks up the walk to force over the run. Carter comes in. Everybody else moves up 60 feet. And now here is Abby Carter, the second baseman here for the Preston Lady Indians. Addie hit the ball hard, but hit into a fielder's choice her first time up. Takes the first pitch down low. It's ball one. Seven nothing Preston. 2 hits and a walk in the inning, plus an error in there as well. As Carter hits the ball foul at home plate, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Here comes the 1-1. As that is inside, a little bit low as well. And it's now 2 balls and a strike as we get a couple of Shelley players out here playing catch, and the ball gets away. Rolls back here behind the home plate area where the fans are. And the next pitch to Carter swung on and missed. And it's now 2-2. Shelley with the infield up, the 2-2 offering. I guess it was 3-1. So now thought he called it a strike, but now he's going to say it's a full count now, 3-2. As that pitch is inside, and that will force another run over. So Carter walks. That's the 3rd run home in the inning.
Like these guys that get these contracts with these big home builders and stuff, and they don't buy
So 3 runs home in the inning. It makes it 8-0. And now here is Sydney Cleverly, the catcher, who walked her first time up. And the first pitch is way high, ball 1. Still nobody out in the inning. The 1-0 pitch hit foul, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike on Cleverly. Cleverly was 1 for 3 last Saturday. And as we mentioned a moment ago, walked her first time up. The 1-1 offering is look out behind her. And it's now 2 balls and a strike. And once again, now here comes the pitching coach out here again to come out and talk to the pitcher. See if they're going to make a change here or not. As everybody from the infield now in on the meeting in the pitcher's circle. And looks like somebody new has the ball. The coach coming down to talk to the home plate umpire. So it looks like indeed we're going to have a change here on the mound. So a new pitcher coming in here for the Russets. As you get a chance to take a couple of warm-up tosses. She inherits a 2 ball, 1 strike count on Cleverly. As he turns around, we can get an idea who this is. So the new pitcher is Sydney Kidman, the shortstop, who comes in to pick up. So Kidman dropped into quite the spot here. Bases loaded, no outs, 3 runs home already in the inning, and inherits a 2 ball, 1 strike count on Sydney Cleverly. So she gets a few warm-up tosses here before we're ready to go, and as she's going through her tosses, we can remind you that our next broadcast is here tomorrow afternoon as the boys baseball team back on the field here tomorrow. 4 o'clock first pitch. Malad Dragons will be here. And we'll have that game for you on KACH and also on mylocalradio.com as well. So Kidman has completed her warm-up tosses as her and Beheaven just switch spots as the 2-1 pitch is now it's 2 balls and 1 strike. So apparently what we had for a count was incorrect. So the pitch misses inside. Now it's ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. So 3-1. And the 3-1 offering is rolled toward third. Played there by Anderson. She comes to the plate to get an out. That's the first out of the inning. So Cleverly rolls into the fielder's choice. Keller's out 5-2 for the first out of the inning. Bases remain loaded as Archibald now stands at third base. Carter at second. Cleverly at first. And Kylie Chatterton at the plate for her second at-bat as she hit into a fielder's choice her first time up. First pitch missed inside for a ball. Kidman ready again as she toes the slab. Here comes the 1-0. It's lined into left field, base hit. And then it takes a big hop and goes by the left fielder Thatcher and all the way to the fence. 1, 2, 3 runs in. And here comes Chatterley to third with a triple. So Chatterley clears the bases. That's 6 runs in the inning now for the Lady Indians. And now she stands at third base. As for the second inning in a row, Preston will bat around as the ninth batter in the inning is the number 1 batter in the lineup, J.C. Larson, who takes that pitch over for a strike, and it's 0-1. Kidman ready. Here she comes. The next pitch is on the inside half again, and it's 0-2. Kidman's grounded out, hit by a pitch in the first inning, eventually worked her way around to score the first Preston run of the game. Little roller past the circle, fielded there by the shortstop. She has one play, that over to first base in time for the out. Larson grounds out. That's the second out of the inning, but picks up an RBI in the process as Chatterton comes home from third base. So 7 runs home in the inning. 12-0 Preston leads. And now here's Roberts, the 10th batter in the inning, this inning, as they match what they did in the previous inning. As he takes the first pitch inside, ball 1 ball and no strikes. Base is empty. Next pitch home to Roberts, squirted foul over on the first base side. Hit it right off the end of the bat, rolled over by the first base dugout, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Messick, the center fielder, comes way over into left center field now with a 1-1 count. The pitch home. Rolled foul, and it's 1-2. So a ball and 2 strikes here on Jade Lee Roberts. 2 outs, bottom of the second inning. Preston 12 runs already. Three hits in the inning for Preston. As that pitch outside, 2-1. $12 runs on 7 hits for the Indians. Next pitch home. Swung on and missed. So Roberts goes down on strikes. Preston sends 10 batters to the plate for the second inning in a row. And we are done with 2. After 2 innings here this afternoon, it's the Indians 12 and the Russets nothing.
KACA.
Ralph's Construction has been building quality homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston for years. Now they're breaking ground on Phase 3 and will have homes available again soon. However, now is the time to be planning exactly in the Phase 3 lots where you want to be and eventually call home. For more information, call 435-232-1837. Ralph's Construction can have a home ready for you before you know it. Remember, they have floor plans available, or they can build to suit a floor plan that you may desire. Ralph's Construction. Call today, 435-232-1837.
We all have had a time in our lives where having insurance has been of great comfort and has helped to not make a bad situation worse. That is what we at Naylor Insurance take pride in, being that friend there to help you when you need it most. At Naylor Insurance, we will work hand in hand to find an affordable insurance plan that works for you. We are proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your commercial insurance needs, including a wide variety of options through Liberty Mutual Insurance. Call us at 852-0810. Naylor Insurance, 153 North State in Preston.
Find out the latest on livestock trends and ag information with Rick Haynes. It's Haynes at the Range, Saturday mornings at 10 on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Well, we start the top of the third, and the Shelley Russets have quite the hole to dig themselves out of as J.C. Larson falls behind 2-0 to Maddie Shurtleff to start here in the top of the third. 12-0 Indians. And next pitch swung on and missed by Shurtleff, and it's 2-1. You know, it's interesting the different ways that the two teams arrange their defense. 2-1 pitch, hit foul into the screen. And it goes to 2-2. The Shelley outfielders, especially the center fielder and left fielder with this wind blowing the way it is, they're playing kind of more of a normal depth. Well, the Preston Lady Indians, their two outfielders, as the 2-2 pitch misses outside, that's Archibald in left and Chatterton in center. They're playing maybe a step or two from the fence. That's how much deeper they're playing. Next pitch is up high, ball 4. So Shirtlift draws a walk. Nope, he called it a strike? Okay. So the strikeout as Shirtlift goes down on strikes. And now here is Candace Covington. First ball swinging, hits it foul, and it's 0-1. Covington singled back in the first inning, got as far as third base, but then was left there when the Russets left 2 men on base in the first inning. In fact, they've left 2 on base in each of the first 2 innings here today, but not to be able to push anything across as the next pitch is swung on and missed. So 0-2 now on Covington. Next pitch, that bounces up there, and it's 1-2. Here comes Larson's 1-2 offering. Missed high and away. Ball 2, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now the 2-2 pitch. Again, hit foul off the screen. And today's game brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Whatever you might need for your car, stop in at Preston Auto Parts. You can get it all in one stop and go to where you'll be treated like a friend. It's Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, 17 South State Street in Preston. Ground ball toward the shortstop. Madsen has it, plays it across in time. Nice dig over first base by Keller for the second out. So strikeout and a ground out. There's 2 outs here. Now here's Kylie Orme. O-R-M-E. Orme singled, stole a base back in the first. Larson's first pitch to her is hit right back up in the middle into center field. So a solid single for Orme. And she's able to stretch that out to second base as Preston had a little bit of difficulty getting the ball back in. So she's at second base with nobody out. And now here's the pitcher, Sydney Kidman. Started the game at shortstop, came in to pick up this last half inning, and hits the ball foul. She was a strikeout victim her first time up. One of 3 strikeouts for Larson back in the first inning. She's struck out 4 overall in the game so far. No balls and 1 strike. Here's the 0-1. Over for a strike again, and it's 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. Larson dips. Here she comes. And rolls it back toward the circle. Larson down to get it. Throws high, and it pulled her off the bag. Yes, it did. That's a good call. So Kidman able to beat it out over at first base. Larson will draw an error on the throw. Pulled Keller off the bag. So with runners at the corners and 2 outs, here is Allie Thatcher. And they're immediately on the first pitch. There goes Kidman for second base. One ball, no strike count on Thatcher. Next pitch, that is over for a strike, and it's 1-1. Thatcher with a hit in her first at-bat. As she lines that one toward left field, that's going to get down in front of Archibald, and it's also going to plate a couple of runs as they go to second. Thatcher is safe, sliding in under the tag. It'll be a 2-run double to get the Shelley Russets on the board. So Orme and Kidman come home to score. That makes it 12-2, and there's a ground ball in center field. That's a base hit for Behaven, and that'll get Thatcher home, make it 12-3. So Shelley kind of flexing their muscles a little bit here in the top of the third as they plate 3 runs on 3 hits. And now here's the center fielder, Claria Messick. First ball swinging, pops it up in the infield. Larson tries to chase it down, can't. And then they throw back to second base, and then the ball gets away, and that's going to send Messick toward third. She'll be in there. Preston still can't get the ball in. They're going to send Messick home, and she'll make it without a play. I beg your pardon. That was Behaven that just came in. My bad. So Messick standing at first base. After all that time, Behaven was running around the bases. Fourth hit of the inning here for the Russets as Larry Morrison comes out to talk to his pitcher and the entire infield for a moment. 4 runs in the inning. And now here is Jayden Anderson, the third baseman for Shelley. And the 8th batter in the inning hits the first pitch foul off the first base side. So 0-1 the count, 12-4. Shelley picks up their first 4 runs of the game here in the inning. Larson comes home. The next pitch that's popped up in the infield, it'll be Hansen right near the third base bag to collect that for the out. But Shelley gets on the board with 4 runs of their own. On 4 hits, there was 1 error, and Shelley also leaves 1 runner on base. So we'll go to the bottom of the third inning after 2.5. It's Preston 12, Shelley 3.
KACA.
Used vehicles retain their value longer than new vehicles do. That's a fact. So when you're shopping for a vehicle, don't forget to look at the pre-owned vehicles you'll find at Motor Jungle in Preston. When you see a vehicle on sale at Motor Jungle, you know that Motor Jungle's top-notch mechanics have gone through it with a fine-tooth comb. You'll know it's as mechanically sound as it can be. So stop by and find your next vehicle at Motor Jungle at the north end of State Street.
The difference between great taste and tastes great. Here's an example. When you shop at Stokes Market and True Value in Preston, it shows that you have great taste. The items that you get at Stokes Market taste great. Whether it's from their fresh produce department, the meat department, the deli, or the dairy, you'll find it tastes great when you show your great taste. As you shop, enjoy, save at Stokes Market in Preston.
The latest information from around the country and around the world. News headlines from ABC News at the top of each hour on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Well, we'll go to the bottom of the third inning. Preston puts 5 up in the first, 7 in the second. And Shelley finally gets on the board with 4 in their own in the top of the inning. So it's 12-4 as we go here to the bottom of the third. Carly Madsen, Regan Hansen, and Kendall Keller due up here in the bottom of the third inning for the Lady Indians. Dan Hubbard with you here. John Beverly back in studio. Glad to have you along here with us on this windy, cool Tuesday afternoon. So here's Manson. 2 for 2, has scored twice. Off speed from Kidman. She's out in front of it to start to open up the bottom of the third. Next pitch shows bunt, gets it down. Good bunt. They're going to play it, and they don't have a play at first base. Anderson came down and really didn't have a chance to let it try to roll. It was going to die fair. And Madsen with a great bunt single. She's 3 for 3 here in the game. That's 8 hits for the Indians. Now here's Regan Hansen, who has one of those hits. She's also walked, as on the first pitch, there goes Madsen for second base, and she'll steal it with a slide. So runner at second. And that ball's driven towards center field. Is there to make the catch is Messick. And getting back on the base is Madsen at second base before Messick can get the ball back in. So Hansen hits it hard but flies out to center. First out of the inning. And now here's Kendall Keller, who's reached on a single with drove in a run and also reached on an error. First pitch to Keller. There goes the runner for third. They throw toward the shortstop, trailing the runner. As the pitch over for a strike to Keller, and it's 0-1. Well, for a lot of people, today is the day that a lot of baseball fans look forward to. It's the day that camps officially break in Arizona and Florida. Ground ball to third. The throw there from Anderson. As the first baseman, Orman, not able to collect it, as Keller will reach on the air, charge to the third baseman on the throw, and Madsen able to come in from third base. So it's 13-4. Preston opens the lead back up to 9 again. And here's Archibald hitting from the left side. Takes a step on it, up on the ball like she was going to just kind of butcher boy at it. She took it for a ball one. Archibald singled, walked, and rolls this one foul. As another little gust of wind comes through the ballpark area. Archibald back in the left-hand hitter's box. And look out, the next pitch misses inside, gets away from the catcher, and there goes Keller for second base. Ball bounced in front of home plate, so we'll call that a wild pitch. And it's 2 balls and a strike. Anderson, the third baseman, is expecting a little chop. So she comes up in front of the bag. There's the little chop swing, and she swings through it, and it's 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wind picking up again. The next, the 2-2 pitch swung on and missed. As Archibald goes down on strikes, that's the second out of the inning. Just the second Lady Indian hitter to go down on strikes here so far today. As Kidman gets them both. And here is Addie Carter. Walked with the bases loaded her last time up to force over a run. She's also hit into a fielder's choice, so 0 for 1 officially on the day. First pitch misses down low, ball 1, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch popped up That's the shortstop going out. She can't get to it. Turning third and coming home is Keller. Safe, not in time. And on the throw, there goes Carter for second base. So Carter with a little bloop hit. Goes to second on the throw to the plate. Keller comes home. Second run of the inning for the Indians, make it 14-4. And now here's Cleverly, the catcher. Walked and hit into a fielder's choice. First pitch is low, ball one. So teams officially playing their last spring training games today for those who were still in Arizona and in Florida. Now they'll head off to wherever their first games are, first regular season games, which come up on Thursday. As the pitch to Cleverly is up and in, ball two, 2 balls and no strikes. Kidman comes home, 2-0. Thumbed foul over on the first base side. It's 2-1. Of course, some of the teams have already left their spring training homes. They broke camp early to go play games at other locations, like the Angels and the Dodgers playing their freeway series that they've played for years and years before the regular season would start. Next pitch again popped up, first base side. Coming over is Orme, but he can't quite get there. And it's now 2-2. Final preseason games today. Everybody will have the day off tomorrow, and then Thursday we'll take the wraps off a new season. And let's be honest, how many of you didn't think there was going to be a season this year? 2-2 pitch. Again, bounces up there. Nice save again by Carter, the catcher. And it's 3-2. Certainly had to wonder back in January and early February if we were going to have an opening day this year or have a season at all. That pitch is looped. That'll be foul. We're on the first base side. But the regular season gets started on Thursday. The Pacific Coast League gets started tonight. The Salt Lake Bees are in Tacoma to take on the Rainiers for their first game of the year. Here's the next pitch home. That's hit toward left field. That's going to fall in front of the left fielder, Thatcher. And then it bounces past her. Coming home to score is Carter. And stopping at second base is Cleverly. So Cleverly picks up her first RBI of the game. Carter scores to make it 15-4. 11-run lead now for the Indians. And Kylie Chatterton, the center fielder at the plate, tripled to clear the bases her last time up, and she's also reached on an error. And that's roped at the shortstop. Knocks it down is Behaven, throws to first in time for the out. Heck of a play by the shortstop Behaven, able to hang with that one. But Preston gets a total of 3 runs in the inning on 3 hits. There was an error, and they leave 1. We're done with 3. As let's move to the 4th. It's Preston 15, and the Lady Russets have 4.
KACA.
When you're on the hunt for your next vehicle, you would be wise to hunt the lot at West Motor Ford in Preston. If you don't find the new or pre-owned vehicle that you're looking for, they will help you search the country high and low for the exact vehicle for you. At West Motor Ford in Preston, they also buy good used vehicles. You need cash now? Bring a good used vehicle to West Motor Ford and they'll write you a check. West Motor Ford in Preston.
WestMotorCompany.com Why just get a job when you can start an exciting career in healthcare? Franklin County Medical Center is now hiring. We are looking for talented people to join our team with multiple positions available across several departments. Day or night shifts, full or part-time. There's something for everyone. Make a difference in our community. Start a career at Franklin County Medical Center. We have competitive pay, referral bonuses, benefits including education assistance to help you advance your education and expand your career options. Find out more about what is available and apply at fcmc.org/careers.
Advertise your open positions on the radio. You'll be amazed how quickly you see a response. You'll reach more people for less. The Job Stop includes radio and internet advertising. Call us for more info. We're a local company with a toll-free number, 833-856-9625. That's 833-856-9625.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Through 3 innings, and the Indians have a 15-4 lead as we go here to the top of the 4th inning here this afternoon. And we'll start from the top of the order as Artem Carter is up here for Shelley. Took the first pitch and takes the second one as well, and it's 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes on Carter, who's 0 for 2, struck out and grounded out, and takes that pitch down and in. So Larson, who gave up 4 runs last inning, was able to get out of any deeper trouble as the 3-0 pitch misses outside. They walk Autumn Carter to lead off here in the 4th. As they're going to get a courtesy runner for the catcher. That's the first walk for Larson here this afternoon. She struck out 4. And now here's Maddie Sherliff, who struck out each of her 2 times up. She shows bunts through it. They throw through, and it's not in time. The thing about playing when it's cold like this and windy, a lot of the players are wearing pullovers or jackets. You know, the courtesy runner at second base is wearing a jacket, and we have no idea what her number is. As the pitch is inside and low, 1 ball and 1 strike here on Shirtliff. Indians lead by 11, 15-4. Next one rolled foul. That'll be picked up over there by Hansen in foul ground, and it's 1-2. Preston defense not as deep as they have been. I think they might have realized maybe they might be playing just a little bit too deep, and they've come up probably 6 or 8 steps as the 1-2 pitch is outside and runs the count to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Larson comes home to Shirtliff, hit right back at her. It's off her glove. Be picked up there by the second baseman, Carter, but her throw not in time at first base. And Shirtliff has her first hit of the game as she hits a rope right back off the glove of Larson. Runners at the corners, nobody out. And now here's Cadence Covington. So the first pitch to Covington, that swung on and missed. They throw the ball out toward the shortstop, and the runner at first base trailing by 11, not running on the play. Now the 1-0 pitch popped up. They're going to have to play this as it's handled by Madsen. She snaps the throw back over to first base, not in time. So the infield fly rule was not in effect with the runners at the corners. So she pops up to Madsen. That's the first out. Now here's Kylie Orman, who has singled twice. And both times making good contact and driving the ball back through the infield. Here's the first pitch. This one is down low. There goes the runner for second base, and she'll be in there this time. Shirtliff takes second base without a play. Again, the outfield straightaway here against Orman, or Ormy, I should say, as that pitch is on the corner for a strike, and it's 1-1. Now the 1-1 on the inside half this time, and it's 1-2. So runners at second and third. One out here in the fourth. Larson's 1-2 pitch. It's hit on the ground toward Hanson. Knocks it down, gets to her feet, doesn't really have a play, and the run is in. Third hit of the game for Ormy. This one picks up an RBI as Carter comes in to score. And the lead back down to 10 again as Preston now leads 15-5. Runners at the corners as Shirtliff moves up as that ball's rolled foul outside of third and down the line. And this afternoon's game brought to you by Naylor Insurance. With many options to serve you from home, health, life, and auto through Liberty Mutual Insurance. It's Naylor Insurance at 153 North State Street in Preston. Give them a call at 852-0810. That's 852-0810. The 0-1. Swung on and missed. Ormy goes down to second base. They let her take the base. And it's a no ball, 2-strike count now on Sydney Kidman. Started the game at shortstop, came in and started to pitch. It lines this one right at Hanson, and Hanson just has nothing to do but tag the runner coming back to her. So Shirtliff, a little too anxious, got too far off the bag. Kidman lines out for the second out of the inning, and then Shirtliff is out 5 unassisted for out number 3. 1 run on 2 hits in the inning for the Lady Russets. There were no errors, and they leave no one on base as we'll go to the bottom of the fourth. It's now Preston 15, and Shelley has 5.
KACH.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric in Preston, Idaho. It's what we do.
We had no winner on Tuesday morning in the KCH Money Magnet Contest, sponsored by FCMC and Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. So Wednesday morning, following the 7:30 news, we'll roll out another 4-digit lucky number and see if we can find a winner when the jackpot goes up to $285. It's the Money Magnet Contest on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
KACH. KACH.
Well, the Indians up 10 as we go to the bottom of the fourth inning, and the Indians so far here today have hung some crooked numbers out there on the scoreboard, that's for sure. 5 in the first, 7 in the second, 3 more in the third. And they lead 15-5 here as we go to the bottom of the fourth inning as Kidman finishes her warm-up tosses. And for Preston, they'll start from the top of the order here in the fourth inning. That means J.C. Larson, Jade Lee Roberts, and Carly Manson due up. So here's Larson, officially 0 for 2 in the game. She's the person on the outside looking in so far, that's for sure. As she takes the first pitch high, ball 1-0. She was hit by a pitch and eventually worked her way around to score in the first inning, and since then she has grounded out twice. Takes that next pitch over from the inside half for a strike, and it's 1-1. Her last time up, and she grounded out to the shortstop, though, she did pick up a run. So she gets an RBI so far here in the game. As that ball's rolled along the third base line, Anderson down to get it, throws across in time, and that's the first out of the inning. So with one out, here is Jayden Roberts. Roberts singled back in the second. She's 1 for 3. She's also grounded out and struck out. As the first pitch to Jayden is up high, ball 1, 1-0. The clouds have kind of moved in a little bit more. Still one little spot right above the ballpark that's kind of partly cloudy. Other than that, it's kind of sucked in around the ballpark now as the next pitch is swung on and missed, and it's 0-2. Outfield straightaway for the Russets. And the next pitch home is up high. Roberts able to lay off of it, and it's 1-2. Kidman ready again. Rocks and comes home. Popped up. That'll make the viewing area, as the fans will scramble for that one. And it stays at 2-2 here on Jayden Roberts. One out here at the bottom of the fourth. Preston leads by 10. And the next pitch home, popped up in the infield. Now it's going to be the center fielder, Messick, who tries to come in and make the play. Can't. And sliding into second base is Roberts. So Roberts has her second hit of the game. A little flare double. And she's at second base with one out. And that'll bring up Carly Madsen. Madsen's 3 for 3, has 3 singles, has driven in a run, stolen a pair of bases, and has scored 3 times. And looking to do more damage. Swings and misses at a pitch off the plate and comes up empty, and it's 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Next pitch home to Madsen. That one is outside. Tried to get her to chase one a little bit farther off the plate. She wouldn't bite, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Shirtliff, the right fielder, playing very shallow for the Lady Russets. They certainly don't expect her to hit the ball that way, as the next pitch again is up high. Ball 2, 2 balls and a strike. Remember, this is just game 1 of the doubleheader. As the next pitch, that's hit in the rear to right field. Shirtliff was shallow, and it's over her head, and it's going to bounce over the fence for a ground rule double. So Roberts will come home. Madsen has her 4th hit of the game, as Roberts able to come in. And it's 16-5, back to an 11-run lead again for the Indians. As all of a sudden Madsen just took that little slap swing that she had such success with so far today and turned on one instead. And one hopped it over the right field fence. So here is Reagan Hansen, as ball rolled away from the catcher and down to third base goes Madsen. Hansen singled, walked, and flew out. 1 for 2. Next pitch, little let-up pitch. It stays high. So Hansen climbs back into the box. Kidman back into the circle and comes home with the next pitch. That stays high again. Ball 2, 2 balls and a strike. Here's the next pitch home. That's high again. Apparently that was ball 4. So Hanson draws a walk. She'll head down to first base. Runners at the corners. Still just one out here in the inning. And now here's Kendall Keller, who's twice reached on errors and had a single. As Keller showed bunt, got the infielders moving around. He pulled the bat back, and down to second base goes Regan Hansen. Hansen. Keller back in the box. Next pitch home. That's high. They throw back behind Manson this time at third base, and everybody's safe. Next pitch again, home to Keller. That's high. As Carter, the catcher, tried to pull it back down into the strike zone for the umpire, but he didn't buy it. And it's another ball here against Keller. Next pitch swung on and missed this time by Kendall, and she goes down on strikes. So that's the second out of the inning. And Kaylee Archibald will come up. Archibald singled, walked with the bases loaded. She's picked up a couple of RBIs in the game here today, and then struck out her last time up. So up there with 2 on and 2 outs. First pitch to Archibald. Tries to run up on one. Ended up chasing her out of the batter's box as the pitch moved across the inside half of the plate. And it's ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the next pitch. That misses outside. Ball. And he calls it a strike. It's a little delayed strike call, and it's 1-1. First base is open. Addie Carter would be next if Archibald can extend the inning, and that pitch bounces up there, and it's now 2 balls and a strike. So 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Hit foul at home plate, and it's 2-2.
Go Archibald.
2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. And the next pitch, again, is high. Runs the count full, 3-2. So Archibald, who's already walked once, has a chance to pick up another base on balls here. And Carter waiting on deck, just hoping to come up and get a swing with the bases loaded. Here's the 3-2 pitch. It is high, ball 4. So Preston loads the bases, and here comes Addie Carter. One run home in the inning. Preston leads by 11. It's 16-5. 2 walks, 2 doubles in the inning as well. And now here's Carter. Little roller, foul. As the catcher, Carter, reached down and picked up the ball, it was still laying in the left-hand hitter batter's box. That's a foul ball. Addie, for the Indians, reached on a fielder's choice, walked, singled, and scored twice. She also has 2 RBIs in the game. Up there with the bases loaded. Next pitch misses down and in. So 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch popped up. That'll go foul. Back here behind home plate again. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Outfield straight away. Regular depth here against Carter in the 1-2. Down low, 2-2. Two balls and two strikes. Bases loaded here for the Indians. The next pitch home. Popped up right around home plate. Carter coming back, dives, and does she catch it? Yes, she does. So a great diving catch by the Shelley catcher. And the Indians end up leaving the bases loaded. 1 run home on a pair of hits, 2 walks in the inning, and they leave the bases full, and we will go to the 5th. Preston leads by 11. It's 16-5. Back with the next, back to the 5th inning right after this.
KACH.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric in Preston, Idaho. It's what we do.
Start your Sunday mornings with inspirational music, thoughts, and stories. It's the Sounds of Sunday. Sunday mornings, 6 a.m. to noon on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Waiting for the home plate umpire to come back.
R2 just went out to change.
As
Yeah, they're coming back. We got another game.
I think he
You want me to do it? Yeah, double header.
went out to get a warmer shirt. It'll take him a minute to come back. He's also putting on some gloves, so the wind getting a little bit too much for the home plate umpire. Can't say I'll blame him. We're up here in the enclosed press box, and it's still a little chilly up here as well. So we're ready to go here to the top of the 5th. Thatcher, Behanen, and Missick due up here for the Lady Russets, in the first pitch over for a strike, and it's 0-1. Thatcher, 2 for 2. She singled and doubled, and last time up drove in a couple of runs. And that pitch hit foul at home plate, and it's 0-2. Well, some guys when faced with being released, they'll just call it a career instead, and that's exactly what Todd Frazier did today, as he was not going to make the roster for the New York Mets. Ground ball to second. Carter has it, throws across in time. Great play. She's able to backhand that and throw her out from her knees. So 1 out, and here's Hallie Behaven. So instead of being released and not make the team, Frazier instead announced his retirement after 11 years of playing in the big leagues, that his career that included 2 different appearances in the All-Star game. So he calls it a career. First ball swinging, fly ball to center field, and it is gone as Behaven hits one over the center field fence. So the home run take another lead off the run off the lead for the Indians, as it's back to a 10-run lead again at 16-6. Helped by the wind? Maybe. Hit well? Absolutely. Either way, it's a home run to straightaway center field. Now here is Clara Messick. Messick with a pair of singles so far in the game. Larson ready, comes home, and that first pitch misses inside around the shoe tops. Ball one. 1 ball and no strikes. Next pitch is line just foul outside of first.
Okay, Marty, let's go. Marty.
So wait to get the new ball back in here to Larson. Larson back up on, back into the circle. And again, the pitch home misses down low this time. Frazier, who topped 1,000 hits in his career, pitch rolled foul at home plate. Hall of Famer? Probably not. Along with 1,000 hits in his career, he also completed more than 9,000 plays on balls hit to him in his career. Ground ball to third. They go across in time. It's low. Keller can't dig it out. And safe at first base on the throwing error will be Messick. Second error of the game against the Indians. And now here's Jayden Anderson, the third baseman, who's popped up twice. 0 for 2 in the game. As the first pitch is rolled back toward the pitcher, Larson has it, throws to first base, not going to be nearly in time. It's an infield hit for Anderson, and going to third is Messick. So we go back to the top of the order, and Autumn Carter due up with runners at the corners here in the inning. Carter 0 for 2 plus a walk, as there goes a runner to second base, so Anderson will take second without a play. Runners at second and third for the Russets, and the pitch hit foul. 1 ball and 1 strike here on Carter. Frazier also appeared in the 2017 American League Championship Series against the Astros, as that pitch is... They'll record the out at first. Now they're coming home. Here's the runner. Now they got her hung up. They throw back to the plate. And hold on. What's the home plate umpire saying? That she was out of the baseline? As they're going to call her out because she was out of the baseline to avoid the tag. So that'll end the inning. So it's a strikeout against Carter. And Messick ruled out for running out of the baseline. So that'll be a 5 unassisted third out, as Preston will turn the out of the baseline into the third out, and it'll also end the game, as Preston will go on to win this game by a final score of 16-6. Don't forget, we have game 2 of the doubleheader coming up in just a couple of minutes, but stay tuned. We'll come back in just a moment and have a wrap-up of this game for you right after this.
KACA.
Rounds & Associates Insurance Service is an independent insurance agency with Allstate, Travelers, Auto Owners, Safeco, Progressive, and Nationwide, just to name a few. Stop by the office for your competitive quote today. Rounds & Associates Insurance Service. Call 208-852-2500. Rounds & Associates Insurance, supporting both the Westside Pirates and the Preston Indians on to victory. You've got this. Don't weaken. Rounds & Associates Insurance Service. Call today, 208-852-2500. We all have those times when we need to see someone due to oral pain or discomfort. That is when you need to see Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care. When it comes to the health of your teeth, we should always strive for perfection and settle for excellence. Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care is the comfortable and professional general dentist that we all need from time to time. Contact Preston Dental Care today and make an appointment. Call 852-3700. That's 852-3700. Take the first step to healthier teeth and gums. Call Preston Dental Care, 208-852-3700.
KACH.
Well, the Indians win the first game of the doubleheader by the final score of 16-6. 16 runs on 16 hits for the Indians. They committed 2 errors and they left 6 men on base. Shelley had 6 runs on 12 hits. They committed 3 errors and they also left 6 men on base. Larson will pick up the win for Preston here in the opening game of the doubleheader. She able to outlast the bats of the Shelley Russets here in the first game, as the loss will go to Hallie Behaven, who was the starting pitcher for the Russets and didn't get out of the second inning here in the game here this afternoon. So we'll go back to the studio. We'll come back, have game 2 of the doubleheader in about 25 minutes. So we'll send you back to John. He'll have music for you as Preston wins the first game of the doubleheader and gets back on the winning side. They improve their record now to 2-5 with a 16-6 win over Shelley. We'll talk to you again coming up in about 25 minutes. John, it's all yours back in the studio.